I am the flame. I say, poet first, bad bitch immediately after. I am a bad bitch and a real nigga, but sometimes I'm a sad bitch and a sad nigga. I am the loudest laugh to keep from crying. I'm mad lip muscle trucking, the biggest bull in the china shop. I'm soft ball and hard bat. I am bend and snap and Sabrina Teenage Witch on Saturdays. I'm classic movies and 90s anime. I'm Black Swan and Kill Bill. I'm Kakashi and Itachi. I'm no chill on the weekends. Or if Hennessy is involved, I'm a Edgar Allan Poe and Badu brainchild. I'm not just a writer, I am the pen. I am page and prose to my pedals booked. I'm 2012 house parties and 2 for 15s. I'm the moment the hot box gets you too high. I'm Queen Latifah on her best blowout day. Or I'm Queen Latifah and set it off regardless. I am always gay as fuck, and that is the punchline. I'm a fist still learning how to unclench. I'm a handful of issues, but ain't no magazines. And this gun, I keep the gaps on safety. I keep the pin on my grenade tongue tucked till it's time to step on this stage. And when they ask me what my name is, I say my name is Ayanna. It means beautiful flower. I say my mama did good when she named me garden. I said my mama knew roses could bloom from bullets. I'm 4 shots of tequila with no chaser and the best blunt you'll ever smoke. Fuck that, I am the smoke. I am the bone and the blossoming. I'm broken hearts and bloody knuckles. I'm not just a fighter. I am the fight. I fight like I fuck and I love. Even harder, I'm a safe space on a rainy day and a skydive on a sunny one. I'm enough tears to hold an ocean, enough cries to call me siren. I'm sunsets on Sunset Boulevard and sunrises on the beach. I'm a clusterfuck of romantic tendencies and love letters that never make it to that destination. I'm a unanswered question and a hardcover cliffhanger. I'm a home-cooked meal and a world-class cocktail. I'm the need for a little something sweet after dinner. I am always the little something sweet after dinner. I'm dessert for breakfast and breakfast for supper. I'm hodgepodge hooligan. I'm confidence as coping mechanism. I am unopened book and open casket. I'm just a piece of a piece of a piece. And when they ask me what my name is, I said my name is Ayanna and I do poems. Richard, what the fuck is good? How y'all doing? Thank you, boo. So yeah, my name is Ayanna Florence, like I said before. I do poems, and I'm so excited to be here tonight. Shout out to Skuzi in the house, Skuzi! Thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm doing a couple more poems for y'all. If that's all right, can I get an oh yeah? Oh yeah. Oh, y'all listen, I like that. So this poem is a little bit vulnerable. I wrote this poem. There's a poet, her name is Tess Siegel. And she has a poem where it's entitled A Response to Those Who Say I Write Too Many Love Poems. And I wrote a poem after her called A Response to Those Who Ask Why I Don't Write Love Poems. Obviously after Tess Siegel. So it goes like this. Love poems are for the hopeful or the hopeless, and I am neither. I am the fearful. I am blind woman on tightrope with 6-inch stiletto. I am baby bird with clipped wing and dead mother in love. I am ghost. I am shell of myself shrunken and scared for my life. I do not write love poems because vulnerability is a cliffless mountain to climb with no cord. And what's more vulnerable than a bleeding heart? What's more vulnerable than a broken one? I'd much rather give voice to darkness than to let love and lurk turn me cadaver, a bated breath, waiting for knife to kiss my rib, and underneath all that light, it starts to feel more autopsy than autonomy. Love cracks open my chest cavity and demands my heart keep beating. Dares me to show someone how they keep blood pumping through my veins. A love poem would ask me to claw at the scars and beg them to scream. Beg them to say, I was beautiful too, once. And love has always been more reason to go than reason to stay. I'm always afraid that someone will see me for all that I am and hate it, or that someone will see me for all that I am and love me more than I love myself, and that kind of talk don't belong in a love poem. Death scares me much less than heartbreak, so I'd rather write a suicide note than a love letter. Love has almost killed me more times than I've almost killed myself, and someone once asked me what love feels like when I'm in it. I answered, I can tell how much I love someone by how afraid I am that they'll leave, by how closely fear of their betrayal lingers at the nape of my neck, by how easily my gut turns enemy fire. I do not write love poems, because why would I moralize what I'm trying to forget? I don't want to remember what that joy felt like before it left me gaping and open. I don't need a reminder. I already have the scars to prove it existed. At least depression doesn't lie. At least trauma keeps its promises. At least the darkness gives me something consistent and true. I look at love and see a black hole wrapped in starlight, a swallower of a joy that feels eternal but isn't, a lie that this too will last, and love poems are for the hopeful or the hopeless, and I am neither. So I won't write one, not until someone gives my heart a place to rest, not until the joy is real this time, not until I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm safe. Yeah. So, yeah, no, I definitely struggle with writing love poems, but I really want to write this poem about self-love. Shout outs to self-love, y'all. Shout outs to loving yourselves. Y'all look good, and y'all should love yourselves as much as I love myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am a proponent for all of that. And so, with that being said, I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well. Psalm 139:14. When it comes to masturbation, I like to consider myself an expert. No, actually, I've got this one down to a science. I set the scene. Pretty lights to bounce off my skin and music that makes me feel all soft and pliable. Candles bright enough to see my own shadow. And when I touch myself, heaven's gates open like it's the praising, like it's the loving that got me here. And they call this a sin? Call a woman any name under God for deciding to become one? Every time I bust a nut, I birth a world. You can call me creator. There's power in a self-love so deep it's scriptural, and they call this sacrilege, like something shameful about shattering at your own altar. Pleasure at our own palms be a purgatory. We're told that God only celebrates sex between married folk, but what covenant more bonding than the one I have with myself? And if I was made in God's image and born to praise God, how can God not be pleased with me pleasing me? I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works. And in the 19th century, church and state would use pelvic massage to correct female hysteria while still maintaining masturbation as a sin, meaning men would steal our orgasms for research, but our hands would be chopped off if we sought them out ourselves. So, call this reclaiming. Call this for privacy be a portal? Are we surprised they tried to keep it from us? So call this call to action, call this private party, call this me time. And what better expression of self-love than this one? With greater worship, with higher praise, and I will praise thee as you should praise yourself. And maybe I'm oversharing just a little bit here. But I just think it's important to know that you got options here, even if you ain't got them nowhere else. You answer to you here. You answer to God here. And they just may think me a blasphemy, like all the women before me, that I'm taking this out of context, like everything else ain't taken out of context, but God will hear this and think me a reflection of herself. And ain't I holy? Yeah. Thank you guys. I got one more for y'all. Everybody say one more. I don't get to do this poem as much as I want to anymore. But it's so fun and it makes me feel good. And so I'm going to do it because I want to have fun with y'all. And if that's cool, say word. Word. Okay. Boy approaches me after I get off stage and tells me I'm pretty, but says nothing about my poem. Because it's easier, would rather me pretty than powerful, can't comprehend all that beast in this body. He wonders how such ugly words could come out of such a pretty mouth. Like you ain't never heard a siren scream before. Like woman ain't always been both monster and Mona Lisa. This mouth was a machete before it was ever Michelangelo. Before it ever painted or prose, it was a pocket knife. Sharpen anything long enough and it becomes a weapon. And men don't want a weapon. No, men want mouths that are malleable, soft, easy to bend, and even easier to brand. The boy calls me pretty, but says nothing about my poem. Because he'd rather all this Medusa sit silent, doesn't get turned on by my trauma, would rather me a mute or a doll or something he can fuck that won't talk back. I want to say, I eat boys like you for breakfast, that the bones of the last boy who tried to make my mouth a home are still stuck in my smile. And this flash of teeth is a warning, not an invitation, that this mouth could slice you open with a smirk, that only iron sharpens iron. And you, well, you looking real aluminum in this light, that you were never built to handle all this beast of these scars, never needed your approval in the first place, that I was Lilith long before I was Eve, something out of your worst nightmare or your wet dream, and it terrifies you. That me, a banshee in a chapel, can make you feel this close to God. And I get it, only men are allowed to be sexy and powerful, or sexy because they're powerful. Yet, here I am, a Shakespearean saga or something, born from an epic boy. I'm the biggest beast that ever dared bark, a lockjawed Loch-Ness, a tidal wave of teeth. The way I speak, like the bass, bleeds from my breath. How I walk, like your chains are made of nothing but whispers. But the boy wants to Pandora's box all this power, wants to put me in a cage where pretty girls go to die. But what's a cage to a girl born with all these bars? What's a prison to a gorgon of a goddess? What the fuck is a boy anyway to all of this goddamn beast? Thank y'all so very, very much. Once again, my name is Ayanna, Florence. You can find me on everywhere, all the wheres, at Poet Next Door. That is at Poet Next Door, straight like that. I just dropped a book. Yeah, and I've got literally 5 physical copies left with me. So if you would like a book, come see me. They are $20. Oh, y'all want to do that? fuck. Fake as fuck, man. They're fake as fuck. Let me try that again. Yeah, so I have these books for sale, and they are $20 a pop. Yeah, of course, I'm, personally signing them with your name and all that good shit. Take it home with you, read it. I worked my ass off for that book, y'all. I am the publisher, distributor, financier, graphic designer, editor, bitch. I did everything with it. And so, I do this shit for a living. It's the best way to support me is to buy a book. I swear it's good. And yeah, that's all. Thank you.